Hey, Cecilia. So here's our bounty. We caught a bunch.
Yeah,
So what Slavy did? Yeah, he'll show you. So why don't you show her quickly just how you did it? So you take the crab
upside down,
right? You take a plate. You put a plate right down the middle of it. You can see there's actually. You can tell the males and the females by the design. This is actually a lighthouse design. Oh, you can only keep males, so that's a lighthouse design. So you take the plate, put the plate right down the middle, and then I'll show you what he does next here.
you take the claws.
Yeah.
Just go this way.
You rips it in half.
You twist.
Yeah.
One claw.
There's one set of legs, then another set of legs, and that's all garbage. So this is ultimately what you're keeping right here. Is the legs and then what I just call the joint meat. There's gills that he's pulling off right now. Then he wipes all the gooey stuff. It's all internal organs and crap. But all the white stuff is all the meat that you're gonna keep. It can be a lot of work to pull it off later on after we eat it, but it's absolutely delicious stuff. So he's gonna clean it. And then that's ultimately what goes in. That right there is what that whole thing goes into the pot. So I would actually even pull up this piece. I can pull up that head mandible piece. Yeah,
there you
so
go.
that whole thing is going to go in the pot, and then you're going to eat all the joint stuff. You're going to eat obviously the claw, and then I usually eat as much of the legs as you can. I mean, depending on how the size of it, but
Yeah, there's meat all the way through here.
there's meat all the way through, so you'll be able to get all of it. It's a bit of work, like I said, a couple forks and whatnot, but they're super tasty.
And the key for the meat to come out easier, after boiling it, douse it in cold water, and then it will separate it from the shell.
Yeah. So we're gonna boil all these. So he's just done a couple here already. There's a couple there. We were lucky enough to get a red rock, a really fat red rock. Actually, this is it right here. So we got this guy right here. This is called a red rock, and you can tell it's red. Obviously, that's what I call it. There's a red rock, and then there's a Dungeness. The red rock are typically smaller, but this one is actually on steroids. This one is almost as big as the Dungeness. So we were really lucky to get this guy. The meat on these guys, like you can see the size of the claw is just ridiculous. So there's one claw there, and there's obviously another one right here. Yeah, and then you get all the joint meat inside. So this one shows it's called a lighthouse design on the belly. And if they have a lighthouse design, they're a male, you can keep them. If they have a more wider, like a honeycomb design, that's a female, you can't keep those. So we didn't have any females, I don't think. I think we lucked out with all males, so we kept whatever we're allowed, whatever it is, 4 apiece, and that's it. But we're going to be feasting on the crabs tonight. So anyways, I'll show you quickly how to do them. Like Slavy already got to them pretty fast. He was pretty excited. So he smashed them all in half, like that one there. And then, like you said, you're going to rip the bellies, or rip the legs off the shell. You don't keep the shell. You can if you want, but you don't need to. There's no real meat, it's just guts. And then ultimately all you're cooking up is the legs and the joint meat. So he's gonna cook them. He's got a pot of boiling water going here.
Lots of salt.
Lots of salt. We're gonna probably throw them in there for a good 10-12 minutes until they get nice and fiery red. And then we're just gonna go to town on them. So super easy to do. I'll talk to you maybe later on about the baiting and the crabbing and all that type of stuff. But yeah, pretty sweet. Okay, I might come back with some prawn stuff later. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye.